What is up, everybody? Shawn Tubbs here with Revv Amps. Today I want to talk about how to get the most out of a single hum style guitar. I tend to gravitate towards those. You guys will see me use that style guitar quite a bit, and it's mainly because I can get the best of both worlds. I can get more of a humbucker tone that I want out of my bridge position, but in my neck and middle positions, I prefer single coils. Not that I don't like a humbucker from a Gibson or something like that in the neck, but I tend to gravitate more towards like a Strat style thing in the neck. So I can get that type of thing in the neck where, you know, sometimes a humbucker can be a little too woofy. But when I still need a fatter humbucker in the bridge, I can get that and still get my second and fourth position tones as well as in the center. So it's just really versatile. Like, you can't really get that center tone out of like a 2 humbucker guitar, and you really can't get that fat of a bridge tone out of like a 3 single coil guitar or even maybe a Telecaster. So this is just really the way to go. Just for that, man, I got to take one guitar to the gig. I got a lot of bases to cover. This is certainly, you know, I'm not saying it's the way to go, but it's really versatile. So what I want to show you is, yes, you know, that's how I use this guitar. That's why I use this guitar, but also how I set up some gain stages. So in this case, I'm using the new Revv G20, and because this is a channel switching amp, I'm going to go ahead and use the gain channel on this. So the clean and the high gain or higher gain will come from this, but my second gain stage will come from a Revv G2, and that's right to the front end of the amp. So, you know, I may start, you know, a tune where it's got to be really clean. And, you know, I may do, you know, just to fill. But for my next tone, I want something that's got just a little bit of grit for that neck position, but it'll bark when I go to the bridge. So I can turn on the G2. But when I go to the bridge, it'll bark a little bit. Now, if that's a little too bright, what I like to do is just roll off the tone a little bit on the bridge pickup, because I have it wired to that pickup alone, so it won't affect my neck and middle positions. And then I may roll that back up for like a higher gain tone. So far what we've got going is really clean. Now, you don't have to play this clean, but I've got the amp set for super clean. And then my next gain stage is with the G2. And then the next gain stage, because I've got it on the amp, I'll go ahead and shut off the G2 and I'll go to the second channel on the G20, and I've got that dialed more for just my bridge pickup. So I can take solos with it. You know, if I want it to be brighter, I can go ahead and roll up the bridge position pickup. So I had it rolled down before. If that's a little too bright, I can go ahead and turn down the treble on the amp, and then you just rebalance accordingly. Now when I go back to my clean sound and I want to make sure I'm still okay with the backed off treble position, If it seems like maybe that's a little dark, I just won't roll the tone off as much when I hit that, and then go back to my crunch tone. Now I can balance that out a little bit too. Like this seems like it's a little maybe too soft. I can turn up the volume. So now it's a little closer, and then when I go back to my clean voice, that's to each his own. Obviously in a gig situation, if I was playing this in a band, I might have to dial things differently, but just sitting here, you know, this is pretty balanced. So yeah, that's how I do it. So my neck position, clean tone. That sounds great. Next gain stage. And then my next gain stage is second channel of the amp. And you can hear it's pretty balanced going back and forth between the bridge and the neck. Now, if you dial your pedal correctly, your second gain stage, I shouldn't say correctly, but if it fits, then you can go ahead and add it to, if you want, to your higher gain stage and hit that. So that's way more gain, but it's still clear. So technically I've created 4 stages of gain just using the one guitar, and all the versatility I get just off the guitar is awesome, but I'm also able to get my gain stages to sound right as well. In this case, 4 gain stages. So that's how I use a single hum style guitar. In this case, we're using it into a 2-channel amp. Clean, and I'm dialing it high gain, and then the G2 is my medium gain, but it also works well to stack into that second overdrive channel on the G20. So we literally got 4 gain stages off of that setup and this guitar, and everything worked great. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.